Oh yes, so for the new people on here, this is the live stream of our second Subscale launch. And if you have any questions, drop them in the comments.
Yeah.
Beautiful picture of that.
Yeah.
So
currently we are looking at the amazing Grant, who's our team
that's
captain.
So for right now, we're just kind of putting things together, doing some preliminary tests before we actually launch it. So it's going to be a little bit, but now it's time for Q&A and for watching us make silly mistakes.
And then Grant, what are we doing over here?
Hey guys, so over here we are setting up the remote launch equipment. So when we launch a rocket, we're not going to be on top of it. That would be fun, but we're not doing that. So that's what GoPros are for, exactly. So we're setting it up from a distance. So this is Dave, by the way. He's our NAR mentor. He is awesome. Give some love for Dave in the chat. He is currently setting up black powder charges. You did hear that right. There is literal black powder in our rocket. So that is what's going to separate our rocket into multiple pieces when it flies up, which helps it slow down because those pieces contain parachutes.
Yes, that way so it won't go into the ground.
That way it will not go so fast that it goes to the ground. Yeah, just have a little briefcase set up
With a lot of
knobs and switches.
Yep.
What you're looking at is the Wilson FX wireless launch controller that my club uses, and we could, if we wanted to, control 64 launch pads with this. We have the ability to go up to 8 banks, and each one of those banks are currently configured for 4. The bank is out there at the pad, so you don't need to see that right now, but we tell it which bank we want to talk to, which pad we want to enable. The lights come on and we give it a countdown, make sure the sky is clear of any airplanes or anything. We also make sure the range is clear, so nobody who's supposed to be somewhere they're not supposed to be. And count it down, hit the giggle switch, and then, off we go.
Oh yeah, it's the fun part.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Hopefully everything will work very smoothly. Okay. Does anybody want to give a rundown of what happened before this live stream?
No. I would.
Grant can talk about it.
Okay.
Hey everybody. So before we got to the field today, we got everything together and came down. Now you might not notice, but it is a little snowy. And we are kind of in a field. A cornfield, if you will. So there's a lot of built-up snow and some solid ground. But on our way in, somebody's car may or may not have gotten stuck. So we did push it down the hill. We got it unstuck. It's all fine. But the fun part is going to be getting out. So that is what happened. And it was a good time by all. We do not have any toe straps, so pray for us. But yeah.
A few moments later.
How's it going over here?
Pretty good so far.
Joseph's
We have to reach-
doing difficult time putting on the.
Cold, but
Oh,
we're having fun.
apparently rocket surgery is what's currently happening.
I don't know if I'd describe it like that. That's fine.
It's not that
literally
it's not that
rocket
serious.
surgery.
It's not that serious.
Confirm that it's
Team lead said it's rocket surgery, so it is.
Guys, we gotta hype it up for the live stream.
How careful should we be?
Over there, right?
Oh, so Kenny, do you want to explain the payload?
So our overall payload is going to be, it's going to be a microcontroller that collects data, and normally it's going to transmit it, but today we have a smaller version of the payload, and this version only is collecting the data. So we're going to collect all the data and write it to this SD card, and hopefully we'll be able to use that for testing later on.
Yeah, she come that way. That's why I turned mine.
It's a smaller version.
Yep.
Okay, I'm just letting the camera know Jason's like, no, my parents are going to be upset.
Okay.
Why are they gonna be upset?
Is Alicia's arm stuck in there? So
No, it's not.
We're gonna have to take.
Alicia's okay. She's not gonna go to the hospital or anything.
Yes.
Alicia
I'm
is
stuck.
responsible for the recovery system of
Get
the
the saw.
rocket. So
Cut her arm
her
and
job
then
is
cut the
figuring out
fiberglass
how
in
much
case.
explosive powder we need to put in there and also making sure it's packed correctly.
Yeah, Alicia.
Fun fact. Yay, Alicia!
Just a
just
really
wanna see if
unenthusiastic yay.
Yay! Good job.
We let
Fun fact, we have to be careful when we launch because if we're not careful, we could hit a plane like the one that just flew by. So that is
Our
something
rocket
fun.
goes pretty high.
That's bad.
Yeah, according to the government, that's a bad thing.
According to the government, that's a bad thing to do. And the Bible.
And the
In the
Bible.
Bible,
Amen.
yes.
A few minutes later.
Do we need to connect that to something first? The electrical doodad. Don't worry, the live stream will
We got a live stream.
We have a guy with one hand.
Hey.
That's me.
There's the line. There you go. Nope. It's right on. Oh, it's on. Yeah, there.
Use the long one.
Alright.
You're beautiful. Wait, so you're using these guys as? So these are the black powder charges?
Yeah.
They are explosive.
Yeah, explosive.
Explosive. Let's go.
Would you like to briefly re-explain what a pop test is for people who probably just came?
Yeah, so for the kids who just joined, basically the rocket has 2 recovery events that it'll fire. At the top of its flight, it'll fire a drogue chute event. There's a smaller parachute. It'll come down a lot faster. And then once it's closer to the ground at an altitude we specify, I think 600 feet in our case, it's going to open a main parachute that slows our descent fully. So what that does for us is, at the top of its flight, it'll come down faster so it doesn't drift as far, is the idea. So when you're flying rockets this big, that go this high, that's usually the way you want to do it. So right now, we're demonstrating how much black powder to put in those recovery events to make sure the rocket will separate energetically every time. Because once it's up there, it's...
One eternity later.
3, 2, 1.
Yay! It did a thing!
1 hour later.
Here we go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So much better than last time.
Listen.
I still see it?
I see it. I don't see it. Oh, I see it. I can see it.
I'm blind.
What is that?
Find it.
Oh, I heard one.
There it is. I heard it.
Yay.
We heard a noise, which was a good noise.
I
still don't see it. Oh, there it is!
Oh, I see it.
Oh, there. There's your man. Open up. There's...
Oh, boy.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
It's not opening up.
Oh, rip.
I
During
think
the
we
pop
need to
test,
do that.
during the pop test, we taped around the main parachute bundle to just hold it together while we were doing the pop test, and we never untaped it before the actual launch, so the main parachute was unable to unfurl.
Yep.
And as a result, we hit the ground hard with both the tail cone and
Yeah, the nails.
the thrust structure is going to be okay. I think the thrust structure is okay,
We need more epoxy on that.
but we'll need to make a new tail cone.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for sticking around and watching.
It is
They
very,
said that's so unfortunate. That's really
It
frustrating.
is frustrating. Yes,
We got
it is.
time to fix this. We know what caused it. It's not, we just need to reprint the tail cone, nose cone.
Are we gonna have to do another one?
We have to do another one.
Oh, so we're gonna have another live really
There you
soon
go.
then.
This one will be on YouTube.
Yes, and this one's gonna be on YouTube, guys. I will get YouTube, so we will not have to deal with Instagram and Facebook and all of that.
What the heck, Grant?
Hey, but it still works.
No, it didn't. It broke.
Well, it broke because...
It would not have broken.
All right, are there any last minute questions before we go?
Alright. Thank you everyone for
Checklist
watching.
for the next one. Good job. To get a side by side. To get a side by
Do
side.
have a
I'll-
checklist.
I'll
No,
make
to
sure
get a
bring it
side
up.
by side.
I'll make sure to mention that to Dr. White. This one landed a lot closer than last time. Last time we had to go
Yeah.
like half a mile out.
Yeah, I was telling them that. Like, the cars are right there. That's a lot closer than before. They usually have to go to like walk a quarter or half a mile to get this.
Yeah. the drogue where we were putting all the black powder at
You're
it.
getting it on everyone. Just dump it.
Stop fertilizing the thing with steel. Alright, bye Instagram.
Well,
Thank
amazing
you.
job either way.
Bye.
See you on YouTube. Thanks everybody for watching. That was really fun time, at least for all of us. We are gonna go and get warm.
Don't need to do pop test next
Bye
time.
everybody.
Yeah, it'll be quick.
We need